What's going on, hockey players? We're going to break down a Vancouver Canucks offensive zone face-off play that leads to a goal. The Red Wings scored one very similar that I reviewed a couple weeks ago. I'll put that in the top corner so you can check it out. Let's take a look at our first couple of details. So right as JT Miller wins this puck back to number 7, Soucy, we always talk about our wingers getting their bumps. So we'll see Suter go through his D and Besser go through the guy he's lined up against, which is actually a winger in this instance. And then as soon as they get their bump, Suter's going to continue to the front of the net, and then Besser's going to trail off, drift away from the play, and kind of get to the quiet area on the boards there. And then JT Miller, after winning his faceoff draw, is going to back out and then peel out towards the weak side dot line to become available for a pass from Soucy. So there's that play. And then we talk about after Brock Besser's getting his bumps, he just allows the play to develop. He's chilling right back here, and he's going to allow all the Nashville players to just worry about the puck and address the puck. So one of the key aspects as a goal scorer, hockey players, is making sure that sometimes it's okay to be away from the play to find those quiet areas, especially if you can read it. Or in this instance, if you know the puck's coming to you, you could be more prepared and find those quiet areas of open ice. That way you're that option here. Also helps to be a goal scorer like Brock Besser too. That's beside the point. So brilliant goal. And I can't stress this enough. One more time. I'm going to say it till it gets annoying. Our wingers grab their bumps against their Nashville counterparts before they go on their respective routes off the face-off draw. Again, as you see here, when the D or the wingers on Nashville, they get out to their point, JT Miller, as he's breaking out, that puck is just getting bumped out to him, and he's going to touch it right back to Brock Besser, who's just chilling in that quiet space. And I do like the patience of JT Miller here. He doesn't bump it right away because as he receives, that's not what I want to do, as he receives this puck, he's going to drag it out a little wider, and what that's doing is it's forcing, I think that's Roman Josi to come out and address, and then this weak side D is going to collapse on Suter to make sure he's not an available threat, and that's ultimately what opens up this passing lane back across towards Brock Besser. So great patience and poise with the puck from JT Miller to help create space and drag the defensive structure out of position so Besser can finish it off. However, there is a very critical error here from Nashville. So after the Vancouver wingers get their bumps, so this winger here is going to get out to Soucy, and then this winger is going to streak directly out to whoever that D or that defenseman is. The big missed key here is the center on Nashville. He actually ends up just kind of folding back to the middle here, when in reality what he should have done is followed JT Miller out across as he broke free from the faceoff here. So if our centerman on Nashville continues to stay with JT Miller across and continue to mark him, JT Miller is not going to be open for this pass here. So if our defenseman or our centerman, on Nashville is tying him up and covering him, that pass is unavailable. Suter's going to continue to be marked by Roman Josi in front of the net here. And that's really going to only leave one play for Soucy, which is simply just to bump this back down to Brock Besser, which will then be addressed by the weak side defenseman who's going to be able to get out there and close that gap. But because our centerman on Nashville fails to stay with JT Miller, that forces Roman Josi to come out to address. So now we have two players, one not doing his job, and then the other player having to do the first player's job that's not being done. And then to make matters worse, now our weak side defenseman has to do Roman Josi's job and pick up Suter in front of the net. And then as a result, our center, again, right here, ends up in no man's land. He's not really in a definitive position to pressure the puck, block a shot, intercept a pass. And because Roman Josi's coming out to block the shot and his D partner's collapsing onto the house to pick up Suter, that leaves Brock Besser wide open with a grade A scoring chance that he capitalizes on. So a very simple rule of thumb when in doubt centers is if you lose that draw clean or you lose the 50-50, make life easier on your defenseman by staying with the center until you're able to reset your D zone structure, or you force that turnover to create a transition out of your defensive zone. So thanks for watching. I hope you found this video helpful. I look forward to seeing you on the next one.